Hi everyone. So this week we're looking at the bridge fold card, but as a more advanced style. Okay, so why is it advanced? Because we're actually building a platform into it that it will then lie completely flat when it goes in the envelope. So I was going through the traditional way of doing this, and I thought I can make this a lot easier for you. Okay, so what I've come up with, instead of building in a bridge underneath that holds your platform up so that you poke it up like that, okay, I came up with the idea of doing it so that there was no bridge that was free. This is held on with magnets, and if I pull the magnets apart, this bridge comes up and forms a piece in the middle of the card, so the card will again go absolutely flat. It looks better when you have the card from the envelope, but when you open it, you push the back piece down, it goes down and it clicks with the magnet that's underneath. So no bridges, which was what most people find difficult. Okay, so we're going to look at how we do that. Now this is a simple one, so even if you haven't got a lot of graphics to go on it, this is simply made up of little panels to make a little girl's room, but it could be a woodshed, it could be a kitchen, and you could make this a kitchen range simply by putting little hot plates on it. And if it's a range, it would have a door, and you can put a smaller door on there. This one I've made to look like wardrobes, but there's so many ideas that you can do once you get your head round how you make it. So again, this one's got the magnet on the back, push it out, and there is your card flat. Open out, pop it behind, and there it is, really sturdy, it won't move. Okay, so let's have a look what we need. We're going to start off with the normal scoring, and I would suggest that you go through the previous tutorial. I'll leave a link below so that you do a practice run first and then go on to something like this. So key pieces to score. This is A4 and it's 15 centimetres. So we're going to score 5 and 9, turn it round, and we're going to score 5 and 9. Make sure when you fold that these pieces are parallel. It's quite important. So I fold over on the big one, check it's parallel with top and bottom. So there is our U-fold. If we want to make it a bridge fold, we're going to fit another piece of card over the top, and that will make the bridge fold. So it will go flat in an envelope and then stand up, and that bridge is always there. Okay, so we're going to go with that one. Now there is a little bit of maths to do. If we have a look at this, this is 5 centimetres and this is a 4 centimetre recess. The imperial measurements will be, as usual, up in the top corner. So we've got 5 and 4, 5 and 4. So to make our bridge, right, we want to first of all measure off our bridge. So we're going to place that with this side folded in and this side folded out. And I'm just going to put a little mark there. If you want to measure it, it's 21.5, but there's no need. So I'm going to cut that off. That's going to be my bridge. Now, to make life easier, I'm going to just mark, let's move that up a fraction, where my first fold is and where my next fold is. I'm just going to mark there. So this is the one side, this is a side. We're going to cover these over so it doesn't matter. And this is the centre. Right. Now, let's see what this measures. This measures 6 centimetres. Right, so we now need a piece to go and form the platform, right, inside. So we've got 6 centimetres on the front. We know that we need 4 to go back through, so it's 6 plus 4, and we need it to come down the back as well, so that's another 6. So we've got 16 centimetres. So what I'm going to do now, I've got some pieces cut 11.5 which go in the centre, and we're going to cut 16 centimetres. That's not long enough. Let's take another piece of card, 15, and that should give me 16 centimetres. And I'm going to cut it 11.5. So there is my centrepiece, and I'm going to move that out to the side, and we're going to score the piece to make the, my magnet's caught up, we're going to do the bit that is going to make the platform. So we want 6, add 4 is 10, and this is another 6, so we've got 6, 4, 6. So there we have a little platform. So we want to be able to fit it inside here and the bridge. So let's take this, and we want to stick this in the centre between our marks. Sounds complicated, but it really isn't. So I'm going to stick that on. In between my little marks, and making sure that the bottom is totally level. Flatten that down, it's catching. There. So that has formed our bridge. Now if I can put it like that, you can see how it's starting to come together. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to fit that to that side there, and if I rock it, that way I can fix this down to the other side here. And so when it stands up, this will go down the back and this will be fixed like that. And so we've got the start of our little platform. Okay. Right, so I've put my hot glue on to heat up. I'm going to look at first decorating what we've got. It's easier to decorate when it's flat. So I had this piece left over from a card that I did, and it's got a lovely star on it and a night sky. So we're going to do a nativity. So I want that to be in the centre there. So I know that this centrepiece is 11.5 centimetres. So I'm bringing in my trimmer, turn it round, and I'm going to go very slightly smaller than 11.5. Put that to one side for the moment. And so this piece is going to go right in the middle. Now I do like to make sure that the bottom is well and truly fixed, for the simple reason that's where my magnets are going to go, and they're going to get pulled occasionally. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to fold that back, take that one off, fold this one back. So I need it to fold outside of my rectangle. So I'm placing that now, and I've got a little bit of movement before I commit there. So if I commit those, I can hold on to it and pull out my little pieces there, and it's firmly fixed all the way around. So I know that this is 4 centimetres and this is 5. So we're coming back in with the trimmer, and we're going to do, if I do a 9, I can then do 5. So that gives me a 5 and a 4. And this will just give me this one. I need to do a 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5. So I've kept it in the order that it was on the sheet, apart from this centrepiece. So we're going to fix these down. Stars at the top. Keep away from the creases. It's 1. It's 2. There we go. And I've got a tiny bit here which I can trim off in a minute. So I'm going to go and fix the rest of these on, and we'll be back ready to decorate further. Right, with the magic of technology, we've now finished these with the panels on there. Right, this is my bridge piece. It's where we did all our writing, it doesn't matter. And there is my platform that we've built. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I would like a little bit of dark card on this platform, because that will show, if we put this together, right, this will show up. So I intend to do some ripped pieces, and what I'm going to do is to take this, and this was 4 centimetres by 11.5. So I'm going to go 11.5 by 4. And I'm going to cover that. Just feel where the texture is. Doesn't really matter what order you do this in, but there are certain ways that makes it a bit easier to fit things on. So there's my centerpiece. There we go. So that's going to be the ground for my nativity. So there we go. Right. Now I want to do a background. So let's take some of my other brown, and it's helpful if you can place that on there. It's helpful that you can put a little pencil mark along there to show that that is where my bridge is coming to. You can't see it very well on the video, but I'm going to take this one and I'm going to start tearing. Now when you tear, you want the waist area to come towards you, waist to waist. So I'm going to tear this, and I can adjust the height by cutting off the bottom if I want to. And you can see the lovely torn edge on here. And the first bit I want to make sure is that this is going behind our nativity, and so I want to bring it up, find my line, and I'm going to cut it. So here we go. I'm going to cut it so it comes up to that line. I can test it. I'm going to take a little bit more off. And I want to place it so that it's up above that line there, because this is going behind the nativity scene. So I fix that on. Then I'm going to take the next one, and you can use your pencil if you wish. There's my centre panel. So I'm then lining that up. Okay. And this is my next one. I make sure that it's going in a nice matched line. And there we go. So there is my first part of my background. Let's just look at this a minute, because this is what's going on there. Okay. So let's see if we need to do a couple of pieces there. So let's bring in our bridge, fold that down, and you can see that we are coming together on that. So I think I'm going to continue that bit. So again, waist towards you, but I want to bring that so that that's coming down a bit. So let's match that to there. And I can just bring it down now so that the hill is coming down. This bottom edge is all going to be covered over. Right, so let's go back to this bit, and I want to bring that down. So tear towards you, and I want to join up with that. Don't worry about the length, different lengths, that's all going to be covered. Right, now we're going to come in with this bit, and I want to stick excuse me, that bit to there, and I'm going to use hot glue because it's fast. And I'm lining up the bottom there. There's my centerpiece, and I need to put that up there and rock it so that I can now join this portion onto here. This is no different really to the bridge card we did last week. We're just putting in an extra centre. Right, let's stand that up, and you get to get the impression of what we're aiming for. So there is our wavy background. Alright, this bit, this is where we did all our writing. That's all going to be changed now, because we're going on to here, and that's going to go on, and we're going to do another wavy line. Okay, so what I want to do now is measure the same there, and I want to give myself a rough line. Now that is going to match to there, so I don't want to come down below that line. Okay, this is the back of it, so I want to come this way. It's very gentle because this is the hills in the front, and I'm being very careful that I don't come down below those lines, otherwise I'll see the white. That's onto there. Oh, it's looking lovely. So I'm going to take this one here, I'm going to put glue onto this area and stick this on so it's lined up with the front. Okay, level at the bottom, and I want to be able to hook that up, put it flat, and this piece needs sorting. We need to put that, and I'm going right to the end. We can deal with the tiny bit there, but I really did like the colour of the card, so I can put up with that. Okay, so what we have now is our background hills. We've got our front bit, which is going to be the sand in front, and here I've got a nativity scene. Okay. So I'm going to take that there. Now actually there's a lot of bits that aren't pressed out here. Okay, so we're taking the background away. And it's going to show through, there, that's better. So that's going to show through the darkness there. So I'm going to place glue on Mary and Joseph and the centrepiece, and a bit just along the top. And then place that in there, and it's going to just rest above the platform. There we go. So it's coming on beautifully, but we've got a few bits. I need to put a tiny bit of glue behind there. Hold that there for a second. Okay, so beautifully coming along. Let's have a look. I've got some angels, some with wings, some without. I've got a little donkey on wheels, and I thought I had a little rabbit, and there's another one. We haven't got any kings. So I'm now looking at this. I'm going to tear those apart, and I'm going to take the first angel and I'm going to cover up that tiny bit of white that I had going down, and just snip off so it's level with the edge. Got a little bit of glue showing there. Right. Then we're going to take another little angel, right, and we're going to put her standing up there so she breaks just inside the aperture. So, yeah. So we've got two little angels now there, and I've got a little angel here. So she's going to sit down there, and I think I'll have her just coming in a little bit. I've got another little angel. These are just bits of decoupage that I had left over from a card. I frequently don't put too much on. There we go. And she's looking out of the picture, so I'm just going to put the little rabbit coming in just at the bottom, so she's actually looking at the rabbit that's coming to see baby Jesus. And we've got the little donkey here. So we're going to bring that down to there. So that is a beautiful arrangement, a nice traditional Christmas card, but we haven't fixed the magnets. Okay, so let's have a look at this bit here. I want to poke this up through the back, and I want to fix my magnets, which have just, there we go. These are craft magnets and they just slide apart. Don't try and get your fingers in between, just slide them apart. I'm going to put a little dab of glue onto there, and it wants to be right near the bottom of this flap. Okay. Then I'm going to poke it in, push it down towards the back to make our platform, and if you can see, the magnet is just showing now on the inside. So I can pull it back, I can put a little bit of glue onto there and close it down so that it's level with the bottom of my card. So you want nothing uneven. Okay, so I'll give that a few seconds to go off, but then when I come back, open it up, there is my magnet on that side, and my magnet, if you can just see, is fixed in there. So when this goes down and you close the card down, you will hear the magnet snap into place. Okay, so a beautiful card, just made really from bits that you've got lying around. But let's go back and take a look at some of the others. This one here, my daughter had done some decoupage of some hills and some mountains, and I've just added some hills and mountains behind. So this is I think 6 centimetres, right, so that the trees are above the space there. Let's open the magnet, and there is my bridge, and it will go flat for posting. Open it up and then press down, and the magnet will click into place on there. Okay, so that was a 6 centimetre bridge going across. This one was a 5 centimetre bridge, so 5 up, 4, and then 5 down the back. This one has got the magnets on there, and this was just some backing papers and some plain white for the wardrobe doors. But we've done all sorts, like my grandson, I did a computer desk, and I did a little computer in the background and a keyboard stuck to this bit, and there were pictures and cork boards down the side panels. So that was a nice one, which can be adapted for so much. But take a look at this one. It wouldn't have been appropriate to have a big bridge on this one. So what I've done is a 2 centimetre bridge. So I've gone 2, 4, and then 2 down the back. And that's another lovely way. So you can make this whatever you need to fit your card. Now let's have a look at this one, because this one goes a little bit more advanced. This one I think was a 3 centimetre bridge, so 3, 4 and 3 down the back. Okay, but what I've done is I've added a little square of card which holds my greeting, and when it's lifted there, it will go flat into the envelope. Squash it that way. This goes flat, right? But when you put it there and press down on that one, this one hadn't got the magnets, so it did have the old bridge system under there, and it's not quite so easy to do. But you can see when you press it down, this pops up as well. So you've got the added bonuses of a pop-up card as well as a bridge fold. Okay, so you be the designer and you do whatever you've got with what you've got hanging around in your craft room. Okay, but the most important thing is enjoy, and don't be afraid of ripping bits of paper. Okay. Right, have fun. God bless you all.